So the first item we have up is this Hayes Bros Gun and Ammunition Co. wood box or crate. This was a gift from my older sister. She gave it to Eric, and this is the first time we've actually been able to use it. It's one of those last minute items I added to it that really drew out the colors of the red and the orange that I have throughout all the arrangements. This little kitty is not attached. He is actually just something I picked up at a vintage antique market last month. He's just chilling there for now. I thought he was really cute and a really random item I could just throw in there. This vase back here is from the Hearth and Home Magnolia brand from Target. I got those last Christmas. All these arrangements my mom actually put together, and they're from her own collection. She did amazing. When I first saw the box of all these arrangements, I was like, holy cow, I don't know where to begin. Scattered throughout the mantle, I have these little, I call them my apologies potion cups because I have 3 of them, and I'm a Harry Potter fanatic, and they look exactly like what they drink out of in that scene. This is actually a cookie tin that my mom just picked up for us. I really love the copper look in my kitchen, and that's from my kitchen. I have another tin just like it still sitting in my kitchen. These candles are a set I got from Michael's, I think around Christmas time a couple years ago. They're dead, I think, right now. So that's why I don't have them burning, lit. They don't burn. They're one of those battery powered ones. So this is just a little everyday diary I picked up from a vintage market. I picked this up last September. It has not been written on, and it was only $5, so I have a couple of these and I really love them, and it's red, so it really added to this look. Underneath this, we needed a little pedestal type thing. So I have a vintage bedtime stories book. It's the bottom one, this one right here. This is another one of my diaries. It's also vintage. It has a really neat cover. One day I'll show it to you guys, but today I'm not going to deal with pulling it out from under all that. And then this top one is actually a French story novel. So it's written all in French, and it also is a vintage book. There's another one of my apologies potion cups. More candles. Underneath here I have my dad's copy of The Hobbit. It's the green backing. Another one of those candles, and this is just a picture frame that I picked up when I went to college because I wanted to do a Paris themed room, but it didn't actually happen. I think I got that from an auction actually, but I'm sure you could find something similar at Hobby Lobby or something. Further down, we have more of the Apologies Potion cups right here. Another one of those candles. And then I have 3 vintage books as well. I got these for my birthday. This is The Wizard of Oz. I believe it's a 70s or 80s copy. Another, this one's The Tin Woodman of Oz. And then underneath is I think this was, I forget when this was published, but it's an Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass, and it has a specific illustrator that worked on this book. More candles. Again, they're not real, they're just some of those battery powered ones that they actually have timers to them. Right here is another one of the Hearth and Homes. This is a shorter version of the one I showed you earlier that's over there. This is the arrangement my mom put together. She did a very, very good job. I'm so pleased with how this all turned out. This is Garland, the leaves, that is actually from Michael's. She got hers for $6.99. I'm sure they were on sale at one point. I went last Friday And the garlands were like, the cheapest one was $10, and I would say, I think I found one like this that was $10, and it was 40% off. So, but I didn't pick it up because I just wasn't sure how I would do that on my mantle, because my mantle is longer than what the garland is in store. So I definitely encourage you to measure your mantle before you go in, so you know how much of the garland you should buy. And then down here we have another arrangement she did very good with. My cat has been chewing the leaves a lot on these, but it's alright, it still looks fine. Down here I have this little lantern thing. It actually, I was kind of ticked off when I purchased this because I bought it at a vintage Christmas market, and it isn't vintage at all. They just sprayed like silver dusting on top of it and made it look vintage, but you actually can get the exact same lantern from Hobby Lobby and do your own distressing to it, and it'll turn similar to this. When I went to Hobby Lobby and discovered that, I was actually there to get fillers for the inside, and I just bought some moss that's on the bottom right here, some gourds and pumpkins with some fall leaves, and I just kind of arranged them in there. They're kind of messy right now from me moving them around, but it still works. If you don't look too closely at it, it looks organized from a distance. And then over here I have my vintage egg basket. I got this from a vintage market in my town for $6. I was very pleased with that price because you typically don't find them for that cheap. And inside of it I just threw some leaves, pumpkins, I think there's a couple squash, 2 acorns, and called it a day. And this, what I'm using it as a vase actually back there, this metal thing right here that these are sitting in, is also from the Hearth and Hand collection, and I honestly don't know what the purpose of it is. It has dividers on the inside, but I just use it. I guess it could hold like those brushes and prongs and stuff that you put your fireplace stuff in. Then our router's there, but then funny enough, it's actually like 85 degrees outside. I just turned on the fire for effect, you know, aesthetically pleasing. So this sums up my fall Hearth and Mantel look. I really love it. It's really strange because the rest of my house is not put together like this at all. It's a work in progress. We haven't been in the house yet for a year, but I do plan on making the rest of the house go with the seasons, and this definitely made me excited to get started on that portion.